everybody, today we have Acer Aspire 5. It's an A515 series Intel Core i7 13th gen laptop. Let's take it apart, let's see how we can fix it, replace or upgrade. So start with screws from the bottom. Now we have to separate the bottom case from the Palmrest, so find a gap where you can place the tool in and then start separating both parts. And use only plastic tool, otherwise you can scratch the other parts. Alright, once you have the gap, work your way around the edge to disconnect all the clips. Okay. And now the bottom is off. Look for the part number on the white sticker. Now we have access to all the internal components, so start with disconnecting the battery. So pull the connector out and you can disconnect the battery. Now take out all the screws. So if the battery is swollen or doesn't hold the charge, you can replace it. Here you get the battery model number. And that's our battery. Here, that's our Wi-Fi card. So if the Wi-Fi doesn't work, you can replace this card. Gently disconnect the antenna wires. Now take out the screw on the top and you can take out the card. Here we have the model number. Here, that's our storage. So if your laptop doesn't boot and tells you there is no boot device, or you would like to upgrade storage to the bigger one, that's how you can do it. So unscrew the screw on the top. Now take out the drive. That's the NVMe SSD drive. You can upgrade this or replace it. Now let's take out our heatsink and the fan. So if your laptop overheats and you would like to add cooling paste between the processor and the heatsink, you can do it. Same with if the fan doesn't spin or it's clogged with dog or cat hair or makes grinding noise, this is when you would like to replace it. So unscrew all the screws. Now you can take out the fan. Here you can disconnect it from the motherboard. So that's our fan. Look for the part number on the stickers. Now let's take out the heatsink. Be careful, don't bend it. If you bend it, it won't work anymore. Alright, so that's our heatsink. Here we have the part number. That's our processor. Processor is soldered on the motherboard. You cannot replace it. If it doesn't work, you have to replace the whole motherboard. Same with memory. Memory is soldered on the motherboard. Here, that's our I/O board with our audio and USB port. If these ports don't work, you can replace them. So gently disconnect from the motherboard. Flip this clip up. Now we can disconnect the cable. I usually close those clips, otherwise if you leave this open, you can break it later. I will keep the cable with the I/O board. So let's disconnect our speaker. Now take out this one screw. And that's our I/O board. Here we have the part number. Here, that's our speakers. So if the sound is bad, you would like to replace your speakers. So just pull it out. disconnect from the motherboard. And the part numbers are on the white stickers. Right, now let's take out our motherboard. So first disconnect that's our DC power jack. So we'll get to it shortly. But first let's disconnect all the cables. That's our video cable. Flip this retaining clip. Now we can pull out the connector. Disconnect also the touchpad and any other cable that's still connected to the motherboard. I will keep the CMOS battery with the motherboard. Right, now let's take out the screws. Now we can pull out the motherboard. Here we have the part number. Alright, so now in order to take out this DC power jack, we have to unscrew our hinges for the screen. So that's the power jack. So if this doesn't, it's physically broken or it doesn't provide the current to the motherboard, this is when you would like to replace it. So unscrew the screws for the hinges. Now gently unfold the hinges and you can disconnect the screen. Oh, watch out for the Wi-Fi antenna. So that's our Palmrest touchpad keyboard assembly. The DC power jack already fell off, so that's the DC jack. And here we have the part number on the white sticker. Here we can also see if we can replace the touchpad. Let's take out these screws on the top. Okay, so let's keep the cable that belongs to the touchpad with the touchpad. Alright, so that's our touchpad. If it doesn't work, you can replace it. And the keyboard is riveted to the Palmrest. You cannot replace it. If it doesn't work, you have to replace the whole Palmrest keyboard assembly like this one. And if you need parts, check gotlaptopparts.com. And here, that's our screen. It's very thin, very fragile. So if you can, look for the whole screen assembly on eBay or gotlaptopparts.com. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.